by the Regional Instrumentation Centre, which is one of the WMO's regional centres, but the request from Maldives that this could be set up sort of more closer to the members to make it easier, but again stressing the importance of data exchange. So this is all in the context of the Joint Strategy and Action Plan, which is a WMO and RIMES plan for implementing and closing gaps on multi-hazard early warning systems. So here, closer to home in Sri Lanka, they identified the importance of risk knowledge, that it's very much important to understand all the different layers and take that information from the decision and policymakers down to the last mile and the end users. So having a common approach and a tailored approach is necessary. So a common program and a tailored approach. Stressed here by Sri Lanka and also others was the importance of interoperability of systems. So they don't have multiple systems doing different things, that all the systems work together in an integrated way. Again, pointing out the rich diversity in Sri Lanka and therefore the need to have tailored solutions, customised solutions, to understand the risk. And a nice phrase came up, which was transferring the data to become information that then becomes knowledge and then wisdom, and building into the process a sort of feedback loop so we understand that the information is reaching the right people, that they're taking the right action in the face of natural hazards to reduce socioeconomic impacts, save lives and livelihoods. Tonga gave us a perspective from the Pacific, having had some recent experience implementing the Early Warnings for All initiative, having a national consultation workshop and developing a roadmap which brings all the pillars of the Early Warnings for All initiative together, and highlighting the need to work across agencies, across disciplines, but also pointed out specifically that a sub-regional approach can be very effective, and specifically referring there to the Weather Ready Pacific program, which is bringing all the Pacific members together to work together with all the pillar partners to implement multi-hazard early warning systems in the Pacific. We heard from Papua New Guinea, again another country supported by the SOF, the Systematic Observation Financing Facility, again stressing the need for a community-based approach for early warnings, but also to bring in geohazards, so it is truly multi-hazard early warnings, and also the importance of quality management systems. So these points here are things that could be incorporated into the Joint Strategy and Action Plan, and looking for support from RIMES to facilitate such actions. And again, we heard from a different representative from Sri Lanka in terms of different thresholds. This is where people need different types of information to make to make decisions within their sector-specific needs, and these can be sectors, these also can be community-based thresholds, and even right down to the individual threshold. So recognising developments in artificial intelligence, machine learning and social science that could actually sort of delve down into the detail and understand what the needs are, but the importance of listening to members, and this is again back to Papua New Guinea, so I don't lose this, is that it's important to do a bottom-up approach to really understand what the member needs, the end user needs are, so we can reach the last mile. So in summary, and just to conclude, all pillars across the early warnings for all value chain need to be closely linked and integrated. We need to leverage the latest technology and share best practice in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, but also just simple approaches, community-based approaches that are effective and work. And also recognising the role of resource mobilisation. We had many development partners in the room, the UK, also we have World Bank, Green Climate Fund, Adaptation Fund, and also bilateral partners that can support both from a financial perspective but also technical in-kind support. And finally, a point that was really, really valuable, and I think there was agreement in the room, important to link from the global level, and this is where WMO plays a role in terms of global frameworks and policies and guidelines, down to the regional, national, local, community, and even down to the personal level. All these things need to be linked up and down. So thank you very much. I hope I've captured everything from the group. There were very rich conversations. We captured a lot of information, and we will write this up and submit it to the Secretariat for their consideration as we advance the Joint Strategy and Action Plan as an instrument for implementing multi-hazard early warning systems in the Asia Pacific and closing the gap on early warnings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. Very comprehensive. So I now request the group 1 or 3.